PD Health at Home is presented by the Light of Day Foundation, whose generosity has made this programming possible. The Parkinson's Foundation provides weekly education and wellness programs virtually through our PD Health at Home series, including Mindfulness Mondays, Wellness Wednesdays, and Fitness Fridays. As a reminder, all programs are held at the same time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can learn more and register for these programs by visiting parkinson.org/pdhealth. And now I would like to introduce our PD Health at Home Fitness Fridays facilitator today, dancer, dance movement therapist, and has a PhD in neuroscience. Cecilia Fontanesi serves on the board of the American Dance Therapy Association. Chechi, thanks for being here. Let's get moving.
Hello, everyone. So Krista, yes, great. Hello, everyone. So thank you for being here and joining this morning, this afternoon, depending where you are. And I will share some music and movement with you. So I see that everyone is sitting right now. Let me see if I can get to see you. Here we go. Okay, so from where you are, first of all, I'm going to ask you to turn your attention inward toward yourself and notice the way you are sitting on the chair, making sure that your feet are in contact with the floor. And then if you wiggle your tail from side to side, you are resting at the center of your seat bones. Yes, here. And that's the root from which the entire spine and torso and arms stem. So we'll begin this way. That's beautiful. I see some movement in the arms. If you rest one hand on the chest and the other on the solar plexus, we'll begin by breathing together, inviting a sense of growing with the breath and a sense of coming back home to your center. And maybe we'll begin small, and step by step, breath after breath, we'll find a little bit more depth, growing farther away and back to ourselves. And then I'd like to ask you to interlace your fingers, feeling the space between the fingers, stretching the wrists forward and reaching up to find your full height, really reaching up and tall, letting the fingers open as the arms descend to the side, reaching the edges of the room. And we'll just soften the head from one side. Imagine there's a string attached to our heads, rising up, melting to the other side, and then rising back up to the center. So rest your hands on your chest, on your belly, and we'll breathe together to begin. Receiving a breath. Releasing the breath. Find a little bit more space. Back to your center. And a little wider. Beautiful. Gently coming back. And expand with the breath. Grow. Release the breath. Breathing even bigger. And back to the center. One more time, as big as we can, with the breath. back to the center. Beautiful. Interlacing the fingers. Lengthening forward, rounding the back. Rising up. Feeling your full height. Letting those fingers open, reaching the edges of the room. And feeling the neck and the head tall, floating up. Melt the head to one side. And as if there was a string pulling you up, rise to the top and melt to the other side. Rise to the top. Breathing out. Rising up. I see somebody bringing the arm. You can bring one arm up. Melting. Imagining that string attached to the head, rising. And from this place, just lowering the chin to the chest, feeling the back of the neck. And as we bring the eyes forward toward each other's, the eye continue their path, going all the way up to the sky, to the ceiling, feeling the front of the throat opening. Now looking toward each other. Do it one more time, chin to the chest, feeling, sensing the back of the neck. Eyes to each other, rising up to the ceiling, widening the front of the throat as we look up. And then bring the eyes toward each other. Warm up your hands for a moment, because for the next minute, we'll do a brief warm up of our faces. So I'm going to come closer to you. And with the fingertips, the most sensitive part of our hands, we're going to gently tap on our jaw at the chin level, walking the fingertips around the jaw at the edges here of the jaw to tell the jaw, release. Release, relax. And then we'll tap on the cheekbones. You can wiggle your fingers if you wish. You can tap at the center of the forehead. And we can walk those fingers at the top of the head and play a little bit with that sensation, maybe at the back here, maybe at the back of the head, back of the neck. And center here between the collarbones. And maybe with one hand at a time, we'll walk our fingertips to tap to the side. So the collarbone goes from the center here at the top of the sternum all the way to that shoulder. So by tapping, we wake up the shoulder, and we also ask the shoulder to widen, to open. Try this other hand from that center out to that shoulder. Asking the shoulder to open, to widen, to allow space. It's a very short 1-minute song we'll use to tap on our faces and collarbones, top of the chest, top of the breath. So warm up your hands, and we'll warm up our faces. Jaw. Cheekbone, temples, forehead, play with this, with the head, top of the head, back of the head, tickle yourself. Center of the collarbone. And maybe like as if you were wiping off something off your shoulder. Open here and open here. Open open, open. And now we are here. We can work with our shoulders, bring the shoulders up to the ears with the breath, and let the shoulders drop. Bring those shoulders up to the ears and let those shoulders drop. Now open the shoulders back. Bring in the scapula together, yes. And then round those shoulders forward. Maybe rounding forward, maybe the chin coming to the chest. And as the shoulders open back up again, scapula meeting in the back, maybe the neck opens a little bit and I look slightly up. So feeling that connection between the shoulders gliding forward, scapula gliding over the rib cage, rounding forward, and the scapula drawing all the way back, chest forwards, eyes up. And pause here. Come back to that center. And we're going to bring the shoulders up, melt them back, round them down and forward, full circle, up, breathing, melting back and forward. Now let's bend the elbows and we'll draw those circles, small under our armpits here, forward and side open and back, down, and then we'll make bigger circles, opening that space in the shoulders so that the elbows eventually move forward and up and sideways and back and down, big circle, and make it like yawning, like yawning in the morning. First thing happens, yes, and I see some arms opening. Wow, you can stretch to the edges and maybe reach forward. Reach up, softening the elbows as you open back. So we'll dance this. We'll begin by having the shoulders rise up, drop down. Very simple, rising up and dropping down. Having the shoulders opening to the back and then rounding to the front. Feel free to involve the neck and head, shoulders back, chest forward, head up, shoulders forward, chin to the chest, looking down, coming back to the center, then going full circle to the up, melting back and down with the breath, breathing in, opening back, melting down, bending those elbows and drawing little circles here under our armpits, back and forward. The circles become bigger and bigger. And as big as we can, eventually yawning. And the arms swing open and release back, melting back and open. Eventually we'll finish with the fingertips, the same way we're doing by tapping on our faces. We may tap on the collarbones and shoulders and resting those fingertips there. We may swing the elbows around. And just to feel the direction of those elbows that go with the shoulders all around. And imagine there's paint for a moment on your hands, on the palms of your hands. And after feeling the shoulders, the elbows will paint. We'll just paint to this side and to this side so that the arms go together with the elbows, with the shoulders, with the rib cage, and we're wrapping around as if we were drawing a landscape. Be poetic as you wish. So first of all, just shoulders up and down. Shoulders. Ha. 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 Shoulders forward. Shoulders back. Again, forward. Shoulders open. Full circle. Forward, up. Melting back. Forward, up. Melt. Beautiful. And I see elbows. Circles becoming bigger. Bigger. Yawning. Arms up. Open. Melt. Shoulders. Paint. And feel what's left of this beautiful melody that makes you imagine landscapes surrounding you and really look at your space, your room, everything that surrounds you, and the space that's within your reach that you can really touch through the palms of your hands. I see some beautiful movement. And rest for a moment. Place a hand on your chest, one on the belly, and listen to your breath right now. After moving the rib cage, mobilizing the center of breath. Now we're going to move a little bit lower. We're sitting on chairs. And what we're going to do, I'll step back so you see me better. Come to the front of the chair if you can, and begin to rock to one side and the other side, deepening one seat bone and bringing the other seat bone up. So one seat bone goes lower, the other is tilting a little up, down and up, down and up. And see that if you rock the pelvis like a boat on the ocean, everything above the pelvis is going to sway. So let the spine respond, let the shoulders respond, let the head respond, like as if you were seaweed in an ocean. Everything is moving with the rocking of the pelvis. And then pause here, find your center, and lean forward, hands on the knees, pressing on the feet, and rock back as if you were on a rocking chair. And rock. Forward, rock, back. When you rock forward, you press down on your feet. When you rock back, perhaps the feet come off the floor, maybe slightly. And rocking, 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 rocking. Pausing here. Now, this seat bones, you feel those bones that support the pelvis. They are at the root of the pelvis. Imagine them as feet that can walk up and back, scooching back into the chair, up and back, back, back. Once you're at the back of the chair, scooch forward, up and forward, up and forward, 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 and back, 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 forward, 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 forward. Widen your knees, and with wide open knees, resting the hands on the legs, we're going to take a full circle with the entire spine to describe an orbit around the pelvis. So we lean to the side Round to the front. Use your hands for support. Reach the other side and rise with the breath. Beautiful. And here and round and side and up. Pause for a moment at the center. Find your center. Find your midline. Reverse the cycle. Come to this side. Lean forward. Other side. Rise up with the breath. And side. And forward. And side. And up. Breathing, centering, and finding your midline. So beginning with the knees in front of us, we are going to rock, 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 side to side. We're going to rock forward and rock back. Rock forward, rock back. Then we're going to walk back into the chair. Walk, 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 forward, 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 widening, spreading those knees, and with your full height, drawing that orbit with the crown of the head all around the center, the pelvis, toward one direction and toward the other direction. So beginning from rocking, 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 rocking. Rock. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Feet. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Big circle. Center. This way. Center. Now with two hands, find one knee and see if you can lift it off the floor ever so slightly and feel the weight of this leg. Maybe circle that ankle to the outside, to the inside. Feeling the weight of this leg. See if you can round, draw an orbit inside the hip socket through that leg, and then cross it over as when you sit with crossed legs and rise up with the breath. And just with the head, bow toward each other, rising back up as tall as you can be, uncrossing the leg, and letting this foot find the floor. Reach to the other side, two arms, one knee, rising up, circling that ankle toward the outside, circling the ankle toward the inside, circling the leg in the hip socket as if you were massaging that hip socket, perhaps crossing the leg over the other, sitting up tall, up and tall, just bowing your head to each other. Then with the support of the hands, when you rise up and tall, uncross that leg, feel its weight and let the foot find the floor. So with this idea that the feet naturally find the floor, we're gonna play with two things. One is the knee coming up, falling, the knee coming up and falling, and an invitation through the arms to rise, 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 and rise, followed by the knees that go up, rise, 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 and rise. And then an invitation to release down, 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 stomping, 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 and down, 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 down. Yeah? And then we're going to like allow the knees to open and close together with the arms. Open and close. And let it really move freely, as if the knees were falling open, arms and knees falling open, coming to the center, falling open, coming to the center. Really releasing, finding the spaces in the hip sockets. So the three movements we're going to play with are this invitation to rise, flying, 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 an invitation to stomp, finding ground, 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 finding, opening, 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 and yeah, and then we'll play with maybe crossing, but let's see. First of all, breath, and we'll invite the legs rising up. Arms up, 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 up. something with you just because it's really fun, this music we are playing. So, similar, very similar rhythm, but beginning from the head to the shoulders, to the hips, to the legs. So looking to the right, looking to the left. Just looking, 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 looking. Then finding those shoulders and getting with the shoulders. So the shoulders and the eyes together. Shoulders and eyes. Shoulders and eyes, shoulders and eyes, shoulders and eyes. Then if you wish, with the elbows and this, which is the rib cage. See if you can hug it for a moment. So that's what moves with it. This moves with the elbows, okay? So that's all together. So with the elbows, forward and back. Really think about the elbow that's back and back and back and back. Yes, beautiful. Here and here and here and here and here. And then let's see if we can, I'll show you my legs a little bit more. Kick forward, kick, 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 kick. So kick just means here, releasing, lengthening, ha. It's pretty low, releasing, extending that knee, as if I was shooting out energy, ha, from the foot. So, wah, 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 wah. And I wonder, so if you feel comfortable kicking, kick, okay? Otherwise, you can stomp, stomp, stomp. So whenever you're tired of kicking, you can stomp. But what we're going to do with the arms is this. After wrapping around, I would like us to go as if you were rowing a canoe. Imagine you're rowing a canoe up and across, up and across, up and across. Yes, up and across. Can we go boom, and 2, and 3, and 4, and that side, that side, that side, that side. Maybe kick, kick, kick. Here, here, here. Beautiful. So we're going to go head, 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 head. Shoulders with the head, shoulders with the head, rib cage, rib cage, rib cage, rib cage, elbows, 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 elbows. Shooting energy, shooting energy, shooting, shooting, kicking forward, kicking, 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 kicking. Let's do kicking. Cross, 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 cross. Shoot, shoot opposite arm and leg. Shoot, 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 shoot. And then like a canoe, row and row and row and row, stomp and stomp and stomp and stomp. Maybe kick and kick and kick and kick. Together, once more from the head. Looking right, looking left. Look, look. Shoulders. Head and shoulders. everybody. I see people swinging, really swinging around. Beautiful work. This is such an important movement for all of us, walking, moving. And if you can find the fun of it, when you really let it go and let it flow, it really takes you. It's like dancing the waltz. So let's finish up together, sort of cooling down together with one last breath, movement that opens us. So we're going to open the arms to the side. Let's open the knees as well if we can. Rising up, coming down through the center, tracing that midline. Opening one arm, side and up, really reaching, crossing over as we lean toward one side, rounding forward, chin to the chest, looking down at your hand, opening to the side. Let's draw 2 circles. Up again, crossing over, rounding forward, opening to the side with the breath. And here we look at each other, breathe tall. Rest the hand on the knee, extend the other arm to the side, rising up, crossing over, rounding forward, following with the eyes open to the side, rising up, and cross over, round forward, open to the side, and here lengthen. Hands at the center, palm to palm, breathing in, opening, breathing out, palms finding each other, and bringing the knees in. Interlacing the finger as we did at the beginning, rounding forward, rising up. Tall as you can be, let those arms open, resting down. And then from this center of our chest, center of our breathing, center of the heart, breathe in and dive forward and open. As if you, yes, that's beautiful. Diving. Imagine you're swimming in a cool and easy ocean. And then from here, see if you can swing the arms back, 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 and then back up. Center through the center. Back up through the center. Find a little bit of that momentum. Opening back and side up. Rolling forward to bow toward each other. And then rolling back up. Lower back, mid back, upper back, neck, head. Widening the legs. Let's do it this last dance all together. So we have this arm circles opening, finding our centers, one arm at a time, twice on each side, 1 and 2. Other side, 1 and 2. Then we close and we interlace the fingers, round, rise, lengthen, open, and then we dive, swimming to the front, swimming to the front, and then swimming from the back, up, from the back, up. So widening the knees, resting for a moment, and last dance of the day together. Take a breath. Rising. One arm. Beautiful circle. Breathe in the center, meet each other. Other side. Rising, crossing over. Opening. Seeing each other. Closing in. Interlacing. Sorry. Rising up. Opening. Diving forward. Diving from the back. Back. Diving back. Hands together. Breathe open. Rise up with the breath. Back to the center. Yes, you can open, that's fine. Bowing. And from that place, rolling the back, from the lower back, mid back, upper back, neck, head, rolling back up to meet each other in your full height, opening and lengthening. Thank you for showing up and sharing this movement. Thank you to each single of you.
Thank you so much, Chechi, for your guidance, for the fun, for the play that we got to have on this Fitness Friday. Really appreciate you and just want to acknowledge and give credit to the creators of the music that you shared in today's Fitness Fridays. If you would like to connect with Chechi and the other facilitators of April's Fitness Fridays, the contact information is on the screen here. Feel free to reach out to the parkinsonswellnessproject.org to connect even further. And don't forget to get your copy of the Parkinson's exercise recommendations at parkinson.org. And of course, thanking you all who continue to show up for yourselves in movement and in community. If you have any questions or would like to access our free resources, please reach out to our helpline by calling 1-800-4PD-INFO or emailing our helpline at helpline@parkinson.org. We thank you for joining us today and hope to see you again soon. Be well.